Yeah, just a moment. I'll start the session.
Okay.
Yes, good morning, students, and welcome to the class of Microsoft. Good morning, Rajneesh sir, and a warm welcome to you, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. So you may please start the session, sir.
Sure. Very good morning, students. Till yesterday, this is our day 3 of our whole session. Day 1, we learned many features in Word. Then we moved on to Excel. We learned some concepts in Excel. We might be able to move on to some advanced features also, if time permits. So yesterday again we had learned about so many different functions, right? We learned about text-based functions. We learned about date calculation functions, then logical functions. Then we also learned about drawing a chart, developing a chart in Excel. Different type of charts we had seen, including histogram, Pareto. Also we had seen combo chart. We had seen so many type of charts we had seen, right? So all these tools in Excel is to make your work much more simpler. Something which you normally take hours to complete, you'll be able to complete it in 10 minutes, 15 minutes using Excel features. If you use Excel effectively, definitely you will be able to work much more effectively. So that is the mantra of being using Excel, and Excel offers so many features also. The one which we are learning now, it's only a part of it. Okay, and for one to learn the complete 100% of Excel, it's a bit difficult because each situation Excel same features can be used it in different manners. All these things you can use your logic also. You must use your logic also, because not every time not every time Excel give you exact function of what you wanted to achieve. You might have to create some different functions, and you will have to think logically, think out of the box, and get things done from Excel. Not everything will be spoon fed. You must be using your logic. So before you use your logic, you should understand, okay, there is a feature in Excel. That feature you should understand. Okay, then only we will be able to achieve it. So after understanding the exact requirement, just look around on Excel, which are all the features which you know, right? So only if you know those features, we'll be able to use that logic in that, right? So explore maximum, and Excel is going to be a really big factor in your career. That's for sure, right? So that's what I wanted to tell before we start the class today, right? And I hope you have already started practicing it. Those who have attended yesterday's class and day before yesterday's class, hope you have started practicing it. I know you don't have this data, but we will make some arrangements to get the data to your, at least in a drive we can share. That's what we are trying to think. Okay, but still, till that time, till the point till the point where we share the data, make some sample data. Okay, just make some sample data. Don't spend too much time to prepare sample data, but still just make some very sample data and start working on it. Clear? So that is, but don't stop practicing. That is what I wanted to tell you. At least spend some time. I know you have to learn so many things. Exams might be coming around. So many things will happen. I know. And there will be people who are already working also. So, but you must find time. Those who are working already somewhere, try to use these features in your official life. Okay, create some situations and try to use these features in your official life. That is the only way we can explore the Excel features more and more. Listening to this lecture might not make you an Excel expert. Okay, you should start practicing, you should start implementing this. Okay, fine. Now, having said that, we'll start with today's class. Today, the first thing which we are going to learn is conditional formatting. Yesterday, I had told you when we talked about the heat map, we went to conditional formatting first, right? So today we'll be learning in depth in terms of conditional formatting. Now, what is a format? What is formatting in Excel? What is formatting? Normally, you might have heard this formatting word when you talk about the system repair and all, no? So computer people will tell you you need to format your system, right? But in Excel, formatting is not that. Excel, the formatting is changing cell color, changing font color, making the text bold or italic. These are formatting. In Excel, these are formatting. So, in Excel, formatting is these things. But now coming to conditional formatting. Now, what is conditional formatting? As the name suggests, we are going to format the cells based on some conditions. We are going to give some criteria. Okay, only those cells which fulfill that criteria will be formatted according to the color which we choose, according to the color and the font color and the formatting which we choose. Okay, that is conditional formatting. So here, let us come to an example. This is a data set. Again, conditional formatting is also will also help us to analyze data. Okay, conditional formatting is also to help us to analyze data. All right. So let us come to our data. Here we have a quantity column. Now I wanted to see only those quantity values which is above 50 in a different color, so that I can identify those orders fast. I can identify those orders fast. That is the objective. At the first look only, I need to understand, okay, these are the cells these are the orders which is above 50 in quantity. Okay, so that is why we are going to conditional form. That is where we are going to use conditional formatting. So you might be thinking, we can use filter. Yes, we can use filter also. So let us first do that and understand why filter cannot be used. Okay, I am going to number filters. I'll select greater than. I'll put greater than 50 here. Filters we had seen yesterday. Okay, and I'll click on OK. Now all the values which is above 50, all the values which is above 50 is being displayed here. Okay, now I am going to select this data and I am going to give a color. Let us assume I am giving yellow color for all these cells, which is above 50. Now I will come out of the filter. You can see that only those cells which is above 50 is having an yellow color. Clear? But the problem here is, if at all we might change the data. Okay, we can change the data. No, after some days we understood that okay, this order was not 50, the quantity was not 58. It was a typing mistake. So we might change this to 18. Okay, but 18 is also having the color still. If you wanted to change the color of 18, you have to go here and manually change it. Clear? So every time your data changes, the formatting also will have to be changed manually. This is 40. Now we are changing this to 70. It should get a yellow color, right? But it will not come automatically. We must change this manually. So that is the problem of using the filter to give a particular color. Okay, so that option is ruled out. Using a filter to give a particular formatting is ruled out. Clear? Okay, that is where the importance of conditional formatting comes. In conditional formatting, we are actually applying a rule to a column or to a range. Okay, we are actually applying a rule to a column or a range. How do we apply a rule, and what is the benefit of applying a rule? Let us see that. So I'll select this column completely because this is where I'm going to apply a conditional formatting rule, where I wanted a separate formatting for all the cells which is greater than 50. Okay, so I'll select the column, go to the Home tab and click on conditional formatting. Inside conditional formatting, there is something called highlight cell rules. Inside highlight cell rules, we can see that there is so many sub options are available. We can see greater than, we can see less than, between, equal to, text that contains a date occurring, duplicate value. So many rules are available. Okay, so I'll click on greater than in this case because I wanted to format the cells which is greater than 50. That is why I'm taking greater than. And in this box, there you'll find a box here. In this box, you need to put 50. Now, coming here, you have some predefined formatting available. Predefined formatting. You can either go for green fill with the dark green text. Clicking on that, all my cells which satisfy that criteria will get a color, or you can go for some other colors also. These are all predefined colors. Okay, but if you don't want this predefined color formats, I wanted to have a different color. I wanted to have a purple color. There is no purple option here. So what I can do is I can go to the customized format. Okay, can you see the last one in the list? It is customized format. Click on customized format. It will open the box for the format cells. Go to the fill tab. Okay, in the font, you cannot change the font. Okay, in conditional formatting, you cannot change the font. You cannot change the font size also. That option is disabled. You can either make this bold, italic, or bold italic both together, or you can go to the fill tab and select a color. Go to the fill tab and select a color. For example, I'm taking this purple color and I'm going to click on okay. I'll also change the font color. I'll go to the font tab. Here you can change the font color. That is possible. So I'll take white color for the font because the background is purple. We'll take the font color as white and click on OK. Here also I'll click on OK. Now I've got the formatting done. For which cells? Only for those cells which is greater than 50. Clear? So in conditional formatting, in highlight cell rules, we can use any of these sub options. Any of these sub options we can use. You can either go to the greater than or less than. Now, in the same column, if you wanted to apply one more rule, okay, now let us understand the benefit. As I told you in the earlier case when we were using filter, the formatting did not change automatically, right? But here I am going to change this value to 16 instead of 56. I am changing this to 16. The color, the formatting is automatically gone. This value, I am going to change this to 70. Automatically the formatting has been applied. So in this column, any cells in this column, when you are giving that value, it will see that rule. It will look onto that rule. Okay, and it will apply the formatting based on that rule. Any column for that matter. Here also I am typing something. I'm just typing in a value called 56. Enter. I'm getting the color automatically because I have applied the rule to whole column. Okay. So that is the benefit of conditional. That is the benefit of applying a conditional formatting rule. Right. Now we can apply multiple rules in the same column only. So above 50 I have given a color. Now below 50 I wanted to have another color. Imagine in below 50 values I wanted to have another color. So in the same column I can apply one more rule. How do we do that? How do we do that? Again select the column, again go to conditional formatting, again highlight cell rules. Here in this case I am taking less than. I'll take less than and here I'll put 50. Okay, and this time I'll take the take the predefined formatting only. Okay, light red fill with dark red text. Okay, click, and now whatever values which is okay, this exact 50 value is not been taken care because okay, if you wanted to take the exact 50 value also, I must take one second. I'll remove this rule. I'll show you how to remove and all. Don't worry. Okay. Less than. Here I can put 51 only. There is no option to select less than or equal to. There is no option like that. So here I can put 51. Less than 51. So 50, the value 50 also will be taken care. Yeah, where is that value 50? We had seen a value 50 here, right? Exact 50 value. It was there. In which ways that value would also get the same color. I mean, same that red color you will get. So 50 or below. Yeah, this is the value 50. So 50 or below, we will get the red color. So we have applied a conditional formatting, two conditional formatting rules in the same column. Now, before we move on to the next rule, let us also learn how to remove this rule. At a point of time, you decide that I don't want these rules again in this column. I wanted to remove, I wanted to clear all the rules from this column. So select this column, go to conditional formatting, go to clear rules. At the bottom, you will find clear rules. Inside clear rules, there are two options. You can either clear rules from the selected cells or clear rules from the entire sheet. So if in this sheet we have rules applied for other columns also, regardless of our selection, all the columns, wherever we have applied the rules, all those rules will be cleared. Okay, or you can even select a column and clear rules from only that selected cells. So if we had another rule in this column, that rule will not be cleared. If we are only selecting this column and we are clicking on clear rules from the selected cells, then the other rules will remain intact. That rules will not be cleared, right? So these are the two options which is available. So I'll click on clear rules from selected cells in this case. So all the rules has been removed. We have deleted all the, we have cleared all the rules, right? So that is how you apply a rule and clear a rule. Now let us learn some more rules. Okay, so for example, I wanted to have all the Telangana data in a different color. What should we take? We will go to conditional formatting, highlight some rules. Then in this case, we have an option called text that contains. Okay, text that contains. Click on text that contains and select Telangana. Type Telangana and give a color. I think I made a mistake.
Sir,
yeah.
While applying conditional formatting, just show the procedure to them again, because they are not able to see the screen properly.
Okay. No. One second. One second.
Zoom in a little bit. They want to see.
So the problem is zoom in. This data only will get zoomed in. This options will not get zoomed. No. One minute. Can you see this particular screen greater than this window? Format cells that are greater than.
Here it is very visible. Very the fonts are very small. Yes, sir. Oh.
But that one I can't do anything because.
Yeah, for conditional formatting, now show that again, sir, to them, because students were not able to see the screen properly.
Is that so? Okay, one second.
Format box, yeah.
Yeah, one second. I'm just opening up a window. I'm showing a window now. Okay.
Yes.
Can you see this small window greater than window?
No, sir. This is only quantity and 237.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
I got it. Okay. Then in that case, I'll have to share my whole screen.
Yes.
Okay, now I am taking greater than. Now can you see this window?
Yes, sir. Now this window is visible.
Oh my God. Okay. So I'll start it all over again, right?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Fine. Okay, guys, I hope you understood what is conditional formatting and why is conditional formatting why is conditional formatting used? And we also had seen using the filter, we were not able to get the formatting automatically changed. Till that part, I hope it is clear for you. Now, from how do we apply a conditional formatting rule? That is what we are trying to start. Okay, I'm extremely sorry that you were not able to see that. I thought that window will also come in the screen, but it was not. Fine. Anyways, ways, let us start it all over again. I'm going to select the whole column and I'm trying to apply a rule for all the cells which is greater than 50. Okay, I am trying to apply a rule for all the cells which is greater than 50. How do we do that? I'll select the whole column. I'll go to the Home tab and Conditional Formatting. Inside conditional formatting, there are different set of rules. The first set of rules is highlight cell rules. Inside that set, we have different rules. Okay, the first rule is greater than. We will select greater than in this case because I wanted to get the value formatted, that cell formatted only for those values which is greater than 50. So I'll put 50 here. I'll put 50 in this box. Okay, and from this box, there is some predefined formatting available. You can either go for yellow fill with the dark yellow text, so that formatting will be applicable. Green fill with the dark green text, that formatting will be applied. But in case you don't want any of these formatting, okay, you want a purple color for the cells. In that case, there is no option for purple color in the predefined things. So inside the list, go to the last option. You will find customized format, the last one in the list. Okay, click on customized format. It will open up another window for format cells. Now, one thing you must understand is you cannot change the font style in conditional formatting. Okay, imagine you wanted to have another font type for all the values which is above 50. No, it is not possible. You cannot change the font style in conditional formatting. You cannot change the font size in conditional formatting. All these are disabled. All these are disabled. Either you can go for bold italic or bold italic. That is possible. Or you can have a fill color. Okay. Or you can even change the font color. This is possible. Color is automatic now. I can change the color. And you can go to the fill tab. Fill tab where we can change the fill color also. So in this case, I'm taking the purple color and I'll go to the font. I'll go to the color. Here I'll make it white. So two things I have done. One is I have changed the cell color to purple and font's color to the white. To which cells? Only to those cells which is above 50. Only to those cells where the value is above 50. And I'll click on OK. And click on OK here also. So this is how we have done we have applied the conditional formatting rules. So the benefit of applying a conditional formatting rule is that whenever the value changes, the formatting will also change automatically. I'm changing 58 to 18. The formatting has been cancelled automatically. I'm changing 22 to 52. I've got the formatting automatically, and this would apply for all the cells in this column because we had selected the entire column before we applied the conditional formatting. So this conditional formatting rule has been applied to entire cells in this complete column. So here, for example, I am selecting another value called 55. Okay, I am getting that color automatically, that formatting automatically. So this is conditional formatting. This is the benefit of conditional formatting. Clear? Now, another thing which I wanted to tell was you can apply. Just a second, please.
Okay.
I'm back. I'm sorry. So we were talking about applying another conditional formatting in the same column. So we can apply multiple conditional formatting rules in the same column. How do we do that? We can select the whole column again and we'll go to the conditional formatting. In this case, I am going to apply another formatting for all the values which is less than 50. Another formatting, another rule we are going to apply in the same column. How do we do that? We'll go to the conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, click on less than. Okay, in this case, I am going to put 51 because above 50 we have given a color, below 50 if we are giving a color, value 50, only that particular 50 value will not be taken care because we don't have any option called greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. We only have greater than and less than. There is no other options. So to take care of this value 50, we must either include that 50 in the greater than or in the less than. So here in this case, I'm adding that in the less than. So I'll put 51 here. So in 51, we'll have light red filled with the dark red text. And I'll click on OK. Okay, so that is how we apply conditional formatting rule, multiple conditional formatting rules in the same column. Now, before we learn about other conditional formatting rules, we can see how do we clear the rules. At one point of time, you decide that I don't want this conditional formatting again. I wanted to clear all the rules. How do we clear? I'll select the whole column again. I'll go to conditional formatting, and in the clear rules, we have two things. Either you can clear the rules from the selected cells or from the entire sheet, regardless of the selection. Okay, in this case, I am selecting clear rules from the selected cells. So all the rules has been erased. There is no rules now. Clear? So this is how we apply and clear the rules for conditional formatting. Now let us understand one more rule in the same set. Okay, for example, I wanted to have a different rule. Okay, I wanted to apply a rule for all those values which is equal to Telangana. Okay, only for those values where the state name is Telangana, I wanted to have a color. So I'll select the whole column. I'll go to conditional formatting. And in this highlight cell rules, I'll select text that contains. Click on text that contains. Inside this box, type Telangana. Telangana. And from this, we can choose a color and click on OK. So all those values where Telangana word is there, those values will be given a color. So this is how you format the text values also. Right? So this is how you apply condition formatting rules for the text column. Now, let us understand the other set of rules. All the other rules in this set, I think it is self-explanatory. It is self-explanatory. Okay, so I wanted you to try this out. I want you to try this out with all the other rules in the same set. Let us move on to the next set. Same quantity column. I'll go to the condition formatting. There is something called top or bottom rules. Now, imagine I wanted to give a formatting for the top 5 items in the quantity column. I need to give a formatting for the top 5 items in the quantity column. So I'll select the top 10 items. Can you just give me a moment, please? Just give me a moment, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Students, please wait for 2 minutes.
Sorry for the break. Okay, so we were talking about applying a formatting for only the top 5 items in the quantity column. So I'll go to the condition formatting. That particular rule is in this rule set. Okay, top or bottom rules. Again, I'll go to the top 10 items only. From here, I'll type 5 here. because I wanted only top 5 items to be in a different color. So here, let us take a predefined rule only. Green fill with dark green text. And I'll click on OK. Now you can see only those values which is in top 5 in the quantity column is getting this color. See, this value is there. Now we can even filter this using color. I hope you know about that. Any which ways I'll show that. In the quantity, click on this filter. There is something called filter by color. So I'll select this. So I can filter only using the color also. That is also possible. Okay, so now we have got top 5 items in a different color. So Excel will automatically look onto the values and give the formatting only for those which falls under the top 5 category. Clear? And the beauty is that even if we change this value, maybe I am changing this to 570. Okay, you will find that one of the other values, some other value, the color is automatically gone, and 570 has been included in this list. So automatically one value which was very less. Okay, let us try this again for us to understand this. Okay, which is the lowest value here? Least value in this particular top 5 items, the least value is 237. Right? Now let us go back to the data and let us increase. Maybe I'll make this to 620. Okay, now let us go to the font by color filter. Where is that 237 data? 237 data has that formatting is all automatically changed. The formatting for that 237 cell is automatically changed because 237 is no longer in the top 5 list. Clear? So that is the beauty of this conditional formatting. Now, we also have some other rules in the same set. We have something called top 10%. So what is the difference between top 10 items and top 10%? Okay, top 10 items means, example, we have 100 values in that column. Let us assume we have 100 values in a column. We are applying top 10 items rule. Okay, we are applying top 10 items rule. Let us take this as 200 values. Okay, we have 200 values in a column. We are applying top 10 items rule. So how many items will and assuming we are not changing that value, we are not changing the value, we are keeping it as 10 only. So top 10 items will show how many formatted cells. How many cells will get formatted? We will get 10 cells which get formatted. Top 10 items, top 10 cells will get formatted. Okay, top 10 values will get formatted. Now imagine we are taking top 10%. Since we have 200 values, in this case top 20 values will be formatted. If we had 300 values, we'll get 30 values which will get formatted. And this percentage can be changed also, right? Just like we had changed 10 to 5, Here also we can change the percentages. That is also possible. But that will take the percentage of the count of the values in that column. Clear? But top 10 items means it is fixed. Whether it is 300 values, whether it is 500 values, 10 is fixed here. But top 10 percentage will vary according to the number of values in that column. Hope you understood the difference between top 10 difference between top 10 items and top 10 percentage. Now, bottom 10 items, bottom 10 percentage. I hope you already have understood this. Okay, you can explore that. And we have something called average, above average. Okay, let us clear the rules from the selected cells and let us understand what is the average of this particular column. Let's calculate the average using the average formula. Just for us to understand, okay? This is only for us to understand. You don't have to calculate the average before you apply that rule. It is not required. This is only for us to understand. I am trying to explain this to you. Only for the explanation purpose, I'm using this average function here, right? So I have found that 68 is the average, or 67 point something is my average. Now let us select this range. Okay, I'm selecting this range and I'm going to condition formatting. I'll go to the above average. Now let me give green fill. Okay, and let me filter using the color. What was my average? Average was 68. You can find that all the cell values which is above 68 is given that color. Which is above that 67 point something, that will be given that color. So the averages will be automatically calculated. Averages will be automatically calculated. So you don't have to calculate the average and give it to Excel. It is not required. As soon as you apply this rule, the average will be calculated from that column, and the formatting rule will be applied only for those values which is above that average value. Now imagine I have I'm changing this to maybe 3000 so that the average is changed drastically. Okay, now you can see that the average would have changed. The average would have changed. That is why some of these cells which were having that formatting has been now changed, because my averages have changed. What is the average now? Let us see what is the average now. The average is 80. Average has been changed to 80. From 68 it has been changed to 80. So automatically the formatting will also change. Automatically the formatting will also change. This will apply whether you are adding rows to the existing table, because whenever you add the numbers, the average again will change, right? Average when you add the count of the rows, the averages automatically change, right? So whenever you change the average, whenever the average is getting changed, this formatting will also get applied automatically, right? That is this particular rule, above average. So and below average is also available. So top 10 items, top 10 percentage, bottom 10 items, bottom 10 percentage, above average, below average. All these rules are available in this set. Clear? Now let us learn about the next set of rules, which is called data bars. Data bars is another beautiful feature in Excel in conditional formatting, where you will be getting a small graph. Yesterday we had developed the charts, right? But here in the same cell, a small bar chart will be applied according to the value. So we have gradient fill and we have solid fill. The only difference between two is that particular formatting, that this will be having a solid color and this will be having a gradient color. That is the only difference. Okay, but the purpose is same. Now let me take solid fill and blue color. Now you will find that you would have got a particular bar. Okay, 1 second. Why is this too small? Okay, by default, Excel is something. Okay, 1 second. Let me see what is happening. Okay, we can change these values also. We can change the bar length also, but somehow I'm only getting very small bars by default. Okay, but this data bars is where we get the length of the bar. The length of the bar will be determined by the value. When the value is high, the length of the bar also will become high, will become big. Okay, when the value is small, the length of the bar also will become small. But somehow I am not able to get big bar for big values. But this is working. But this is working. But the automatic application is having some problem. But we can change it. See, for example, I am going to decide maybe we have different percentages. Let us assume we have different percentages. Okay, 1 second. More rules. And okay. Minimum order value per order is maybe, let us assume we have 50. We have kept 50 as the target for the minimum order value per order. And maximum order value can be maybe 700. Okay, so what would happen if this is the case? We can change the data bar rule in such a way that all the values which is 50 or below will have the least length of the bar, and wherever the value is 700 or above, the length of the bar will fill the cell. It will be till the end of the cell. Okay, so that is what I am trying to achieve here. Now I'll go to here, I'll go to this, I'll clear this rule. Okay, I'll clear this rule. I'll go to the data bus again, and in this case I am going to click on more rules. Not this, not the gradient fill, not the solid fill. I am going to click on more rules because I am going to edit this rule now. We are going to do some editing in this rule. I'll click on more rules. Here, in this case, in the minimum, in the automatic, we will get number. First, you need to change this to number. It will be automatic. By default, this will be automatic because Excel will calculate which is the minimum value and which is the maximum value. So now I don't want Excel to calculate that. I wanted to give my own number. That is why I am going to change this to number. In the value, I'll put 50. In the value, I'll put 50. Now, in the maximum, again, I'll change this to number. Here, I'll put 700 because that is the range which we have decided now. Clear? And I'll click on OK. Now you will see that for those values which is just near to 50 is having only a small bar. But as the value increases, the bar length also will get increased. And maybe for there was a value called 500, right? Let us see how much, what is the length of the bar for that 500. Yeah, see 500. 500 and above, the bar is almost above 50%. If we had a value called 700, let me change this to, okay, this has came from a formula. Okay, anyways, I'll change this to a value only. Instead of formula, I'll change this to value 700. Okay, see, for the 700, we have got the bar which is completely filled in the cell. So that is happening here. Less than 50, there is no bar at all because our minimum order value is 50. Minimum is 50. Okay, so we don't have any value here, any bar here. Bar itself is not here. Please hold on. I'm getting a call. Clear. So that is what happening for the for each and every rule. For each and every rule, we have more rules also. Okay, we'll explore this. We'll explore this. Don't worry. We'll explore this a bit more. But we have now learned about the data bus. Clear. Now I'll clear this rule. I'll clear this rule. Again, I'll apply another rule in the same column, which is called color scales. Now, this is another set of rules. Color scales, we have different set of colors. For example, I am taking a green, yellow, red color scale. Okay, I'll click on OK. Let us see what has happened in this data. The largest value, the maximum value in this column will get a green color. See, it's green. It's not dark green, but it is green. Okay. And as the value decreases, this green will become slowly, this will become yellow. Let us see if there is any value which is near 800. Yeah, this is also a green, but this green and 800 green is different. Both these green is different. Okay, and again I am coming down. When I'm coming down to, okay, let me sort this so that we can understand this properly. We'll sort this data. Yesterday we had learned about sorting, custom sort, and I'll take the total price, and here I'll largest to smallest. Okay. Now let us see the largest value. Why it's not changed? Okay, I think I did not change the correct column. Total price only. Okay. Why is not that? Why is not that getting? One second. This is happening. I think there is some problems in my data. That is why. But this is happening. But I am not able to do a sorting in this column. Okay, it's a problem with the data. Leave it. It's a problem with the data. Because I think there are some formulas applied and there are some other text values also applied. So that is why it is not able to give me a correct sorting. Okay, it's not the problem with Excel, it's the problem with my Excel this particular data. So any which ways, let us see this difference. Wherever the value is high, I am getting the green, that green color is getting darker and darker. Okay, and whenever the value is decreasing, this green will become slowly, it will become yellow, and then slowly it will become red. So mid values will have a shade of that color. That's all. It will not have a particular color, but it will have a shade of that color. So this is not red, this is not yellow also, right? So it will be like that. But this is pure red because this is almost least value in this. So this is how we apply color scales. So color scales is, we have two type of color scales available. There is a three color scales and there is something called two color scales also. Okay, this is three colors and this is two colors. Okay, and if you don't want these colors, I wanted to change this whole color. I can go to the more rules. Okay, I've understood the problem in this data. The formulas is not correct now. That's right. Okay, now this should work. Yeah, now this is working properly. Okay, now you can see the difference. Okay, this is the highest value, largest value, have darkest green color. As the value decreases, dark green will become light green, and slowly when I'm moving down, slowly see the color has been started changing. Okay, it is now yellow, almost yellow. Okay, so now we have got darker yellow. As we come down, the yellow is slowly becoming to orange color, slowly. Yeah, so when I'm reaching less than 100, I should be able to see that orange color properly. See, this is another yellow, not the normal yellow. And as we are coming down, we are getting darkest red color. We are getting darkest red color. This is the color scales. This is color scales. Hope it's very clear to you. Okay, so it's a beautiful, it's a beautiful thing. This is what we had used yesterday for the heat map. Yesterday we had used the same color scales for the heat map. Now, again in color scales, we have more rules also. We have more rules. We can have 3 color scale or two color scale. I'll go to 3 color scale. So here I can specify which color to be given for the lowest value, which color to be given for the midpoint, and which color to be given to the maximum. All right. So this is about the color scales. Now, let us move on to the icon set. Before that, let me clear these rules. Otherwise, you won't be able to understand that. Next one is icon set. So here, for example, I'm going to choose this 3 traffic lights. I'm just choosing that. What would happen is highest value will have higher values will have green color. and mid values will have, 1 second, mid values will have another color. Again, see, normally it won't happen. Let me see with this particular thing. Why is it getting only red? I don't know. Because normally what happens is highest value will have green, mid value will have the yellow, and lower values will have the red. But as I told you earlier, okay, now I understood. I selected the whole column. I should not have done that. It is not able to compare. Now this should work. Lower values is having red color. Still, I am not able to get yellow color. But as I told you earlier, we can edit this rule also. We can customize this rule also. That is also possible. So I'll go to the conditional formatting icon sets. Here I have more rules again. So I'll click on more rules. So this option will come. So now let us assume we have kept some targets for the minimum order value. So okay, yeah. Minimum order value is 50. So whichever values is less than 50, I should get, it is a complete red mark. Okay, it is complete red mark. Optimum order value. Our optimum order value is maybe I'll tell it is 250. Optimum order value per order is 250. And what would I tell? What would I tell? Good order value. I'm not able to get that word, but it is good order value is above 250. So all those values which is less than 50 should have a red color. 51 to 250 should have a yellow signal light, and above 250 I should have a green signal light. So this is what I need to have. So it is like 0 to 50 is red, 51 to 250 is yellow, and above 250 is green. Now I'll go back to this. I'll select this column again. I'll remove all the rules which is available now, and I will go to the icon sets and click on more rules. Okay, and click on more rules. Okay. Conditional formatting. All right. So here I am selecting 3 signal lights only, and which icon should where should I get the green color icon? Only when the value is greater than or equal to, okay, all these are available here when the value is greater than or equal to, and here before I put any value here, you must change this to number. Okay, in the type column, you must change this to number. So when the value green color, when the value is greater than or equal to 250. Okay, and here if you wanted to change this to just greater than, you can change that to greater than also. Okay, so there are 2 options available here, greater than or equal to or greater than. Fine, right. Now when should we get the yellow color? So now, since we had given 250 here, automatically it is telling when the value is less than 250. Where did they get this 250 from? From this particular data which we had given. Okay, so we have got this 250 value. Excel have got this 250 value from this, from the one which we had given entered here. If we had entered 300, automatically this would become 300. Clear? Hope you understood. Now, so when the value is less than 250 and greater than or equal to 51. Sorry, 51. Here also I need to change this number and type 51. Okay, and I'm pressing a tab. Now automatically this has moved to 51. When the value is less than 51, red color. So let us read this again. Let us read this again. It is just like a sentence. You don't have to worry about it. No confusions at all. Green color icon for when the value is greater than or equal to 250. Yellow color icon when the value is less than 250 and greater than or equal to 51. Red color icon when the value is less than 51 and click on OK. Now you will get the things correctly. Wherever the value is greater than 250, you will get the green color. Wherever the value is between 51 and 250, you will get the yellow color. See, 249.6 is getting yellow color only. Okay, and wherever the value is less than 50, we'll get the red color. We'll get the red color. So that is how we change the we edit the rules in icon sets. I'm just pausing here, okay, because I've been talking till this time. I'm just pausing here. Now I wanted to know if there is any doubts till this point for you. If we have feeded normal data in Excel and we just wanted to make table which highlights the above, so how to make that table? The one you normally use which has also I couldn't get that question properly. I couldn't understand that question. The question I will read because there is no name. If we feed it normal data in Excel and we just want to make a table which highlights the boxes, how to make that table? The one you normally use, which was also there in MS Word. Okay, the other one, I think it's all box is not able to be seen. Okay, I think that was corrected already. Okay, now you can post any questions if you have till this point in terms of conditional formatting. Conditional formatting is a very big concept in Excel. It's okay because so many things we can do using conditional formatting. So we still won't be able to complete. We still won't be able to complete the whole conditional formatting. But whatever I'm trying to tell is almost the advanced level of conditional formatting.
Okay, so students, you have please post it now.
No questions, no. Janvi?
Sir, no questions.
Okay. I'll just wait for 1 more minute.
Yes, sir, sure.
So if somebody is typing the question, we'll wait for that.
Yes. Yes.
And you can also post if you have understood the concept. At least at least you have got an idea of this concept. You can post it that I've understood. That is also possible. Okay. It is not that you have to type only if there is any question, because I'll be able to understand if you are able to comprehend whatever I'm trying to tell.
So one question is, if any one cell satisfies more than one rule, does it show all the colors assigned?
Where is that question?
That question is below, sir.
Okay. In terms of whether formatting can be run in entire sheet, for what all the details provided in single time. Okay. That
11:17, sir, time is.
Okay. If any cells satisfies more than one rule, does it show all the colors assigned? Yes, it will show. No, it will not show. Okay, you are talking, you are telling we have a rule called above 50, this color, and we have another rule called less than 75, another color. Because that both the rules gets clashed, right? So that is the one which you are asking. So in that case, what would happen is, for example, the 65, the number 65 will have. Okay, I think it's a good question. Let us try that. Okay, let us go and try that. So in the quantity column, I am going to add one rule, greater than 50 in a green color. Okay, the same color. Okay, in the same column, I am going to give another rule which is less than 75, red fill. Okay, so actually this rule gets clashed because greater than 50 is green and less than 75 is red. So the problem is, what would happen for a value called 62? 62 will come under both these rules. Both the rules are getting satisfied in the same 62. Okay, let us see what happened in this case. Okay, 65 is such a case, but it is taking the latter rule. The second rule which we have given, no, that rule is being taken. Less than 75. That rule is being taken. Good question. But this can also happen. This can also happen. But normally we don't give that, right? Normally we don't give. We also have to think logically. But still, if at all this is happening, the latest rule which we have applied will be will supersede. Will override the other rules. Okay. If we want to highlight Telangana and its quantity only, how we can do that? Okay, we have an option to get one whole row to be given as a particular formatting, where we are checking only one particular column, or we can check multiple columns. There is an option. Let me see if we can cover that also. Okay, maybe after this we'll try. Instead of formatting the cell with text Telangana, can we format the whole row containing that is the same question? Same question. We'll try that. Okay, we'll try that. We'll try if I can include that in the this thing. It is bit lengthy process, but let us try. Can you please explain data bus? Okay, there are some other questions also. I'll explain data bus again. This is answered and this is also answered. If you want to highlight Telangana and its quantity, okay, that is also answered. All concepts are clear. Thank you so much. Clear. Thank you so much. In conditional formatting, whether formatting can be done in entire sheet for what all the details provided at a single time. Conditional formatting, whether formatting can be done in entire sheet for what all the details provided at a single time. That question is not clear. Please make this question clear. If we want to highlight Telangana and its quantity only, how can we do that? Okay, that is already answered, no? Yes, sir. Okay, thank you so much. Please repeat the part before the icon set. Before the icon set, what did we take? I think it was data bus, right? I'll repeat data bus. Or in a particular cell only. That I not understood.
The same questions are repeated.
Same questions are repeated. Yeah. Whether formatting can be done. Okay. I don't know why this is getting repeated. Okay, maybe they are posting it since I'm not reading that. I have not read that. They are posting it again.
Yes, sir.
How to remember all these functions and formulas? You have to start practicing. You have to start implementing. Only when you use it will you be able to remember that. Otherwise, there is no other formulas. There is no other mantras. Can you please explain bar again? Okay, I think so many people have started have asked for the data bus. I'll explain the data bus once again, and then just give me a moment. All right. So data bus. I'll remove this conditional formatting rule. I'll select this column, and in conditional formatting, go to the data bus and select any of the data bus available here. You can either go for a gradient fill or a solid fill. If you click on solid fill, you actually have to get a data bar according to the length of the value. Okay, when the value is high. Okay, this is why I am not able to because we have a very big value here, 5310. So since when Excel automatically calculates the maximum value and the minimum value, what happens is this is the maximum value for Excel in this column, and the minimum value is very less when compared to 5310. So there is no space for them to show that small data bar. That is the problem. Let us now change. I think this is from a formula. I'll just change this to 100. This also I'll change. Okay. See, now you can see that. Now you can see the difference. As once again I'll sort it so that you will be able to understand the data bar properly. And largest to smallest. Okay. See, now the value is big. The data bar is the length of the data bar is also high, big. Okay. As the value decreases, the length of the data bar get decreased. Right? It will decrease, and it will be a very thin line when it comes to smaller values. Okay, it will be very thin line when it comes to the smaller values. See, hope you are able to understand this now. This is data bus. Okay. So the length of the bar will be determined by the value. But here, as I told you, we can customize this. We can customize this particular rule. Whichever value, so I can tell that, okay, I can tell that for the minimum order value is 50 and maximum order value is 700. Okay, so the value which is having 700, the value where there is 700, if we have value called 700, that value will have the maximum bar length. Okay, so I'll explain that once again. I'll go to the condition formatting. I'll go to the data bus. Inside data bus, there is a more rules here. Okay, inside the more rules, we have, for example, I'm changing this to number. Here I'm putting 50. Here I'm putting 50, and here I'm again changing this number. You need to change that to number. Instead of automatic, you have to change that to number. Okay, and I'll click on OK. So now you will see that, okay, some problems. I'll go to this manage rule. Let us do this again. Data bus, more rules, and here in the minimum, I'll change this automatic to the number. Maximum, I'll change it automatic to the number, and inside the value box, I'll put 50 here and I'll put 700 here. Okay, so value 50 will have the lowest value 50 will have the lowest data, the smallest data bar. Okay, and those values which is less than 50 will not have the data bar at all. See, now this is 50. You have only a very thin line which is not even able to be seen. But when it goes to below 50, there is no data bar at all. The data bar itself is not there. But for the value which is nearly to 700, this is again not full. This has not reached 700. That is why I'm getting 75% bar. Clear? So this is data bus. Hope this is clear now. Now somebody was asking me, one second, I'll complete that also, then I'll come back to the question. Somebody was asking me, can we get the entire row formatted? Okay, can we get the entire row formatted where I need to check two criteria. For example, one criteria is that the state name has to be Karnataka and quantity is greater than 50. Okay, let me see if we have both the category in Karnataka. I have Karnataka, I have 193. What is the least value? Okay, there are values which is less than 50 also. Fine. All right. So I want to check two things at the same time. One, I need to check if the state name is Karnataka. Second thing, I need to check if the quantity is greater than 50. If both these conditions are met, I want this entire row to be formatted. Not only one single column, not only one single cell. Okay, I wanted the entire row to be formatted. That was something which somebody have asked. We can do that also. We can perform that also. How do we do that? Okay, before we do that, we also need to understand. Yesterday we had learned about the AND function, right? Hope you remember the AND function. Okay, because this can be achieved. This can be achieved only through a formula. This can be achieved only through a formula. Okay, so before I get to that formula, let us do another exercise here. Okay, I'm going to put an if condition and an and condition. Inside the and, I'm going to check if this cell is equal to Karnataka. Okay. Second condition, as I told yesterday, we can have multiple conditions checked using the AND function. Okay. Second condition, quantity cell is greater than 50. I'll close the AND bracket and put a comma. If both the conditions are met, I need to get an yes. Otherwise, I need to get a no. And I'll close the bracket and press enter. So now, wherever the state name is Karnataka and the quantity is greater than 50, we'll get an yes mark here, right? Till this point, you are clear. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'll only select this part. Okay, I'm not selecting the if function. I'm not selecting this yes or no things. I'm only selecting this particular part. Okay, I'll copy. And now I'll select the entire table. Okay, I'll select the entire table. I'll go to the conditional formatting. And here I'll click on new rule. I'm not going to any of these rules. I'm going to click on new rule. When I click on new rule, I'll get so many options here. You will have the last option as use a formula to determine which cells to format. So here I have an option to add a formula. But you cannot use sum function or average function here. You can only use any of the logical functions, logical formulas. Okay, you have only option to use any logical functions where the answer is either true or false. Only those kind of formulas can be put inside this particular formula bar. Now, I've copied something there, right? I'll put an is equal to and I paste that here. So here I am putting and C2 is equal to Karnataka and G2 is equal to is greater than 50. Nothing else. No comma, no double quotes, yes, yes, no, nothing. If is also not there. I'm only putting this. Okay. Now, only if this return true, if this particular function returns true, should I get a formatting set? Okay, so I'm going to click on the format. I'll bold this. I'll go to the fill. I'll choose a color. I'll also have the color, font color to be on a maroon, and I'll click on OK. Now I've come back to this part. So when will this formatting apply? Only if this condition returns a true. Okay, and I'll click on OK. See, seriously, I have some problem with the data here. Okay, normally this should actually help have my entire row in a different color. So, but since I have some problems, some formatting, some issues, because I have been trying a lot of things in this file, no, so that is why I think it is not happening. But actually, the first column is getting formatted only when the conditions are met. See this Karnataka, where is some Karnataka where there is nothing. The only difference is that I am not getting the entire row. Let us see. This is not having a color. Why? Because this is Karnataka, but this is less than 50. This is less than 50. So second condition is not met. So only when this is true, we'll be getting that formatting. But actually that formatting had to be applied in the entire row. Okay. But because of some problems in my data, I'm not getting the entire row in that color. And if I need to troubleshoot this, it will take some time. That is why I'm not doing that now, because I have to see the whole data again. Starting from the scratch, I would need to build the data. So that is why I'm not doing that. But this particular process will definitely get you result. If the data is proper, there is no other problem. Definitely you will get this done. Don't worry about it. Okay. So this is the thing which we need to understand. You can either give one condition also. It is not necessary that you should have two or more conditions. You can either give one condition also. But in that case, you just have to give that condition only. Do not put and, do not put if. If and all is not needed. If is not needed, this yes, no is not needed, nothing is needed. You just put this condition. Let us try that also. If this is working. Again, I am going to select the whole. Okay, I think 1 second. I think I should not select the whole, select the heading. That is fine. I'm not choosing the heading now. I'm not choosing the heading now. I'm going to the condition formatting. I'll clear the rules from entire cells, selected cells. And I'll click on new rule. Go to the use a formula. Here I'm just putting only one particular condition. C2 is equal to Karnataka. Only that I'm putting. Okay, I'll just put an is equal to also here. Okay, I'll just put is equal to also here. I'll go to format. I'll go to the fill color. Choose a fill color. Choose a font color. Okay, and I'll put bold and okay. And here also okay. No, it's not working. Still, I don't know why. Okay, any which ways, but this is only giving. This is actually working properly, but only problem is that the entire row is not getting formatted. Only the first column is getting formatted. Okay, but this is actually formatting only where the state name is Karnataka. That is working. But I need to troubleshoot this. But this kind of situation, you will get it rarely only, right? You will get this kinds of situation rarely only, but that will work properly. You have to troubleshoot it. If there is any problem, you will have to troubleshoot it, and it will take time. That is why I'm not going to that. Fine. The condition formatting only selected particular column as you taught this made of this. There is any ways to do condition formatting for entire details provided in the sheet at a one single time. That is one. No, you wanted the entire row to be formatted. No, the one who have asked, sir, in a conditional formatting, only selected particular column or row conditional formatting can be done, can be made as you taught this. My doubt is there any other ways to conditional formatting for the entire details provided in the sheet at a one single time? How is it possible? Because condition formatting will work only for those values where the conditions are met, right? You can copy the data and paste it on the other sheet without any formulas with the help of the paste special. I think it would solve the problem. Okay, anyways, I told you, it might take time. I'll troubleshoot it. Maybe tomorrow or the next session, I'll be able to clarify this thing if possible. Otherwise, is there any doubt? We have done with the condition formatting. Now, if you have any doubts, you can ask. Janvi,
Yes, sir.
can we break now because we have completed with one topic. If we wanted to select start the next topic, we might not be able to complete that before 12.
Okay, sir. Fine, fine. So we'll do one thing. We'll break now, and we'll be
No,
back.
if you have any questions, let us wait for 2
Yeah.
more minutes,
Yes,
and
sir.
then
Sure.
we'll break.
Yes, sir. So students, if you have any questions now or queries now for conditional formatting, please raise it now. We're waiting for around 5 minutes and then we'll break.
Then we will break for lunch.
Yes, sir.
Guys, if it's clear, you can put it's clear, something clear message you can put,
Yes,
so that we understand you are also in the same loop.
yeah. So are the doubts clear? Okay, one said no doubts. That's fine.
Okay, yeah. One have told it's clear.
Yeah. One is telling, please repeat that part of top 10 items, top values.
Okay, that I'll do. Okay. So in this, I have selected this column. Okay, in the conditional formatting, I have top or bottom rules. We have top 10 items where we can select that and you can change this number. You can change this 10 to 5 or 15 or 12 or any number which you want, you can change. Okay, and then you can select a particular formatting for that particular range and click on OK. So only the top 5 items in this column will get this color. Only the top 5 items will get this particular formatting. Okay. Now, what I told about the condition, about the top 10 percentage was, see here, for example, we had 300 values in a column. Top 10 items would only format top 10 values only. Okay, it is fixed, but top 10 percentage is variable. Okay, so if we have 300 values, top 10 percentage would format 30 values. If we have 250 values, top 10 percentage would format only 25 values. Okay, and this percentage also can be changed. In that, we also have something called above average. Okay, in the same rule set, we also have something called above average, where Excel will automatically calculate the average of this column and will format those values which is above that average value. Hope it's clear now. How we can paste the copied formula? Just Control V. Control V. You can paste it. No, you can do Control C for copying and Control V for pasting. Why order ID changed to blue? Why not state name? That is what I told you. No, there is some problem in my data. That is why it is not getting properly done. Normally, the entire row would get formatted. Entire row should get formatted if we do that process. Somehow it's not working properly. I need to troubleshoot it. You put condition for the state name and 50. Huh. Yeah. I had given two conditions at that point of time. State name is Karnataka and quantity is above 50. So actually I wanted to have my entire row formatted in that particular format. Only that row where the quantity is above 50 and state name is Karnataka. But it was not working properly and the entire row is not getting formatted. Only first column is getting formatted, which is because some data errors, and I need to troubleshoot it. Only then we'll be able to understand it. It might take some time. I'll try to come back with an answer maybe next class, next day sessions. Without selecting whole sheet, unable to do so. By what time we get the recordings of these sessions? Okay, please wait for some time. All right. Then I think then we'll break.
Yes, sir. Sure. Sir.
I don't see any other doubts.
Yes.
All
So
right.
students, we'll break for now and we'll resume back at 1 p.m. So take a quick break and be back by 1 p.m. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.